She's not very ethical. She doesn't care if children are enslaved. She doesn't care if we murder the innocent or steal from them. And that's because she, like the slavers who enslaved her, has evil karma. The good are not the only ones who suffer from the evil. Slavers are just as likely to enslave the good as the evil. We don't know what Clover did in her past, but just because she is a slave doesn't also mean that she's an innocent.
I recently watched Oxhorn's video on Clover, one of the followers in Fallout 3, and I started to realise something about this character that may not be as easily noticeable by the masses. Clover can be found by talking to Eulogy Jones, a slave owner and salesman who is based in the area of Paradise Falls. Clover is Eulogy's closest slave and bodyguard, and unlike a number of companions in the game, you can't get her to join you in any other way than purchasing her and owning her as if she's property. Clover is referred to as completely in love with whoever owns her contract. This is something you can see not only when you are the one that owns it, but also when Eulogy does, and the way he's able to speak to her without anything from her than fear and apologies. A complete tonal change from how she talks with everyone else, like Crimson. This places something very interesting in mind. Her tone to both Eulogy Jones and the player is one of abuse. Emotionally gaslit people in this world are always believing that they're not good enough, that they need to improve how they're doing things. They also, depending on how their previous relationships of this power dynamic go, see their main use and helpfulness as being sexual. They continue to make everything sexual, with constant flirting as well as innuendos and pointing their partner towards sex, because it's what they think they're good for, and all they're good for. This proves that Clover is just a survivor, a victim of a world that she lives in, and that's why she doesn't care about anything anymore. She's not evil, she's not focused on anything but the player's approval. There's no moral workaround to absolute, abusive codependency. You see a similar lack of care for safety and a lot of suggestive comments and seemingly incredibly depressed and traumatized views from Corporal Betsy in Fallout New Vegas. She's happy to carry on as normal until you find somewhere for her to go to treat her trauma. Clover is not as lucky as Betsy. Betsy has her team. She has military training. She was taken out of the situation her abuse took place in, and that was the end of it. She's not left with Cook anymore. Clover is owned by her abuser or abusers. She can't leave, or at least when she can, the damage has been done. Her dependency has manifested. She can't be helped because she doesn't have a circle of influence to help her through and work on her trauma anymore. The only thing you can do as the Lone Wanderer is make her life now better. In a perfect world, there would have been a chance for Clover to join a community, like the girl at Dukov's place who's facing the same problem, where you take her all the way to Rivet City. A New Vegas-style end scene about her moving forward and living a more fulfilled life. Perhaps a callback in Fallout 4 where she's pursued a support for Wastelanders and helping them manage their traumatic experiences and improving life for everyone. This character is one of the places the karma system betrays entirely. You can only buy her when you have very evil karma, and that's the only real check. The only people who can meet her are playing on an evil run, who may not care. A very good character might have had an option to help her out in the game, but that wasn't thought about. And the truth is that people need to look at Clover in a more caring light. Think about how she got there. Why she needs more care, like everyone who suffers these abuses. If you're watching this video and realizing or relating to something either now or in your past, please do not tell yourself that you and your abuser are the same way. They are evil, but you are not. As much as it may hurt your heart to think about it, you don't need them. They need you for their power, but like Clover has to realize, the only person Eulogy Jones cares about is Eulogy. You are wonderful, you are loved, but you do not have to earn that love. You do not have to objectify yourself for that love. Love yourself, because if anything, the person who owns your contract the most is you. Love your own decisions, and like Corporal Betsy, talk to your circles of influence. Be open to people suggesting how to get better. If you're really needing something, talk to your local psychological well-being services. If you fear searching it yourself, drop me a message and I'll help you with the research. I'll find the area, I'll find the number, because I want you to know, no matter who you are, no matter how unloved you feel, I love you because you're a person and you're doing great. And I'm here for you, sweetie. Look after yourself. But don't put that stock in me. Put the stock in you, because you deserve it. Now, if you're feeling that what I've said is worth any time or anything like that, just do the YouTube things and all that kind of thing, and I'll pop a little something in for the Patreon. You know, that would be really nice if you love me and want to help me pay for my rent. And if not for me, because I'm terrible, do it for my wife, because she's lovely and deserves so much more. And have a look and see if there's anything else you want to watch on here, because there should be some suggestions on screen. And pop in the comments if you need a hand in any way. I'll do what I can, but remember, I'm at a distance. Connect with people who are close to you and take care of yourself.